And we're starting this double secret werewolf game set in beautiful Duluth, Minnesota, where it is almost fucking temperate. I know we're like damn near to summer, but hey, look, t-shirt weather. Who'd have thunk it? It exists. Either way, in this beautiful t-shirt weather, we are, of course, in the Umbra. Perhaps cheating a little bit. It's always a little more temperate in the Umbra. It's always just a little more pleasant, a little more bearable. Unless someone's mad, and then it sucks. But for now, no one's mad. And in fact, there's a lot of really happy water spirits. So, bonus. As the case may be, we will be setting scene out at the bay near Sept. Set Umberside for the sake of, meeting appropriate demands, because, Sylvie's been here since, unholy o'clock this morning. So I imagine that Charlotte has waved out the other two, saying that she's going to go check on Sylvie, see how she's doing, and coax them along for the trip. And yes, she will absolutely dedicate that fucking guitar just so you can bring it, buddy. Just for you.
Yay.
But yeah, so Charlotte, dressed a wee bit differently because people don't tend to wear just normal clothes over their bathing suits and whatnot. We'll go ahead and sandals and all, or probably slip-ons, really, so that she can get pissed about the sand later. We'll be coming out to the bay with the Tweedledee and Tweedlenoo guy in tow, and probably putting a hand up to her forehead, glancing out over the water, trying to figure out where Sylvie's at.
Sylvie is easily enough spotted. Yes, it stopped. On the water of the bay. Standing rather precariously on a surfboard as she is being dragged across the water on top of it. And 3, 2, 1, now she's being toppled into the water again. She looks like she's been doing this for hours.
As for Wilhelm, so using Sylvie to attempt to make the communication, he's actually been in the water for the not with her, but over elsewhere for the past hour and a half, wrestling with water spirits, meaning they all form up into a wave and try to push Wilhelm down. Usually they win, but every now and again he stays up. Every now and again he stays up. Oh man, he's having a fantastic time. They're doing their weird water talk, their weird water speak, and Wilhelm doesn't understand a bit of it. But it's so fun. How can you say no to these cute little creatures?
Okay. Yeah, Charlotte will be glancing back over her shoulder at Rami. New guy beat us here.
Yes, he did.
Did you really just do that?
Yes, I did.
She's trying not to smile. She's losing. It's there at the corner of the lips, and you can see it in the eyes. She just kind of shakes her head. Oh, God. Okay. Let's join him. If nothing else, maybe it'll give her a chance to float for a bit. She must be exhausted.
Just think, as he's like, at this point, he's got kind of the baseline tempo going on. He's just not doing anything crazy with it. I could have gone to art school,
What?
I'm just saying. Could have gone to art school.
A blink back? Okay. To what end?
Well, obviously, I would have gotten better at guitar.
Aren't most art schools about like traditional media and music schools for music?
Look, sometimes, but not every time, you can go to an art school and do music. It's not as prestigious as getting chairs thrown at your head at Juilliard, but it'll do.
All right. So I'm gonna do a magic finger waggle because we've been told the lake is good. We can still get up to the same fucking antics. So
I mean, Raimi's guitar goes everywhere.
yeah, apparently water spirits are in general are fine, so we can stay on sept at the lake, but we'll still be all Umbraside and all that. So yeah, it's still trotting down to the lake edge. Charlotte's finally just starting to wade in, probably reaching down to idly like run the fingers through the surface of the water, let the water spirits dance around it, because let's face it, she doesn't indulge in the Umbra much. And it's a subtle thing, but if you're young enough or you've seen someone who is fresh to the Umbra who responds very vibrantly to spirits that most people just kind of glance over as rote after a certain amount of time, Charlotte's got that kind of that little extra tingle of amusement at interacting with them. So yeah, she'll initially get feet wet and probably at some point back out, take off the overclothes so that she's in her bathing suit. And yeah, we'll go ahead and start wading in.
Right at that moment, Wilhelm is pushed with a very loud rushing and splashing of water, all the way to the, all the way to the beach, and are you going to join in this fun or no?
I'm working on it. Working on it. She's been again. She kind of paused when she got ankle deep, like reached down, stuck her fingers in the surface of the water, just let the few spirits that were dancing around the edge of the wake as the wave rolled in and back out, dance through her fingertips, and finally starts kind of just tentatively wading in. And for the sake of putting it out there, since I'm surrounded by fucking Get, and it's an apt thing to point out, Charlotte does have the facial scar, of course, but rocking the bikini bod because fuck it, Guru metabolism is amazing, and it's just easier in the water without a bunch of clothes dragging around you.
Oh,
She's got a larger.
Wilhelm is just straight up in his boxers.
Yeah, she's got a larger, longer kind of, admittedly, cosmetic slash across her body, going like from shoulder to hip, and then has a pretty nasty looking stab wound, something that's probably reaches a little deeper, like right up, I want to say just under the cleavage. No, it was just above. It was a heart shot. So, or no, a lung shot. So, yeah, she's got a pretty gnarly stab wound that's visible as well. But she's starting to wade in, like just now, probably getting to knee height as fucking Wilhelm is finally jolting back into the water.
Oh yeah, and with a, I mean, you know, Wilhelm is in Homid form, obviously, but yeah, he gives a, he gives one great as he charges back against the newest wave of water spirits come to test him in a challenge of strength, and once again, Wilhelm is pushed back. Laughing like a madman when he gets back up and charges again and again.
The roar the one time just kind of gets a jump and kind of glance over, and she's just like, oh Jesus. And there he goes. And he's up, and there he goes. She's slowly still wading in at a calmer portion of the water.
It's okay. Raimi has something he doesn't usually get, which is captive audience.
Oh boy.
Man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. They've given you a number and taken away your name. And he just keeps going on the guitar.
So does Sylvie have? You said she has like a surfboard or something.
Yeah. There's a splishy coming your direction as Sylvie kind of paddles over to you.
Oh, hey, fancy meeting you here.
Yeah.
Admittedly, she's in like waist deep water, but still, Sylvie is on the surfboard. This is totally ideal.
Mhm. Didn't expect to see you here.
Why not? Who left that baby on the beach? Yeah, just look up. Why not? Heather's been baby distracted.
That's okay.
Well, the spirits are always happy to play with people who come out to play with them. She'll lean in and just give kind of Charlotte a hint. Just because they're water spirits doesn't mean they don't like being splashed.
Yeah, there's just kind of this bemused look. And Charlotte starts what is about to be, I'm sure, a war. She kind of like glances around, catches some of the water spirits that are like poking their heads up. She's probably been just kind of mellow, just wading in, kind of that mom walk into the water as opposed to like splashing around and antics and whatnot. And she probably like looks over and like picks up a finger for like the flick and just kind of flicks that little bit of water at one of them.
Raimi finishes with a flourish and he waves to his adoring audience. Thank you for coming out, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here playing for y'all tonight.
Charlotte has given up trying to pretend this isn't funny.
Hey, Raimi, play an exciting song. Something about fighting.
I mean, you can't get more exciting than Secret Agent Man. It's a
Play
song
John
about a
Cena's
secret
theme.
agent man. That's not possible on the guitar, but I'll give it a shot.
I'll do it anyways.
And he tries, but just out of the side of his mouth. And as he picks up at the guitar, still out of his mouth. Nah.
Yeah, there we go. And once again, Wilhelm charges, only to be pushed back by a particularly large wave.
It's like 20 little water elementals have gotten together at this point to do each wave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Sylvie
God.
can probably hear them say, "We're gonna fuck you up again! You can't stand against us, guy. The wolf."
She's just gonna like raise. They're really coming for you this time, Wilhelm.
And I'll give them the fight of their life.
He is gonna aspirate half the lake.
Possibly.
That's some intense lung capacity. Then yeah, Charlotte will eyeball. There are many cubs. What are the cubs doing? Dare I ask?
They're all like in the groups of two. You can tell that they're trying to obviously do some sort of task. These two are awkwardly doing it. Meanwhile, the shining beacon ray of sunshine and the misery brigade are like arguing over the water, And you can see her. She even has like the dedicated shades on. She's like, you can even hear her. It's the only way I can look at you properly in the Umbra. I'm sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. I didn't. No, it's fine. And she's like, seriously, it's like looking at a permanent tanning bed. I can even feel myself getting tanned right now. It's great. And he's just like, I appreciate that you can tan. I can tan you. And she's like, I know. I appreciate that too.
Shit.
And then meanwhile, Aileen and Frankie's like, all right, Aileen, I know they're going over there. And she's like, I don't care. We're going to get it before she does, so she doesn't give out to you. That way Lena can actually congratulate. And she's like, but Aileen leans in. They've got a Theage in the Umbra. They've got a natural advantage. You hear his Frankie. He's like, God damn it. Jumps about a mile into the air.
Oh, Jesus. Is that still going? Is she looks over? Like, oh, no.
Those are like crows that are just bopping from side to side.
Oh, I probably should have mentioned something like a time limit. Jesus. Yeah, for Sylvia's advantage, the fucking crow just goes, Frankie! And Charlotte, snaps her on, oh! It starts kind of, brings the hand up over her mouth, oops, essentially. Is the look. She looks entertained, but it's oh, maybe I should have.
You can see the Den parents as well. They're it's almost like they're studiously watching, and you can actually see, you know what? They would do it. They had that. It looks like they're having a bet between each other over which team's going to find it first. And you can get the impression Charlotte, who was grazed under these people, and of Wilhelm, they often do this and it encourages competition.
Yep. Not even surprised.
Meanwhile, you can see Haley, Jeremy, and Charles arguing over the fishing pole. It's a very intense argument about things going this way and that way.
Over one fishing pole?
Over one fishing pole.
Oh, God.
Charles looks so fucking alarmed because Haley and Jeremy are being so many levels of bossing on each other. He's kind of like, I am taking control of this, and like, you're not. That's your job.
Oh my God. Oh no. I assume the lake's freshwater, right?
Yes.
Hot. So yeah, Charlotte will continue heading out until she's actually treading water. They'll be eyeballing the individual groups, kind of squint thoughtfully. Probably stick a hand up on the board where Sylvie is.
You doing okay, Charlotte? You want to ride?
I mean, I'm good for now. I imagine you've been doing this since, what, unholy o'clock this morning?
Since the first rays of dawn, so yes.
That's pretty much Aileen trying to do the quest at the night, screaming at Frankie. There you go. She gets more animated out of him.
Oh my God. That was amazing. It's over at Wilhelm, too. How close are the kids getting to the water?
I mean, these two are just standing there, like these cool edgy kids are, discussing with each other. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, I'm not getting in. Are you getting in? No, I'm not getting in. Are you getting in? I'm not getting in. Meanwhile, Frankie is just like, Aileen, please, I'm sensitive. Please. And she's like, fine, I'll get in. Screech. Is she about how cold it is?
Well, this is, she's glancing back and forth between the two sets of cubs. Just props her elbows up on the surfboard, continues treading water so she's not dragging it down too bad, but just glancing back and forth this is going to be amazing. I bet you money one of the Cleaths is going to hook him with the fucking fishing pole.
They're too busy arguing over which bait they're using. It's an intense argument of Bostonian.
In Bostonian.
Remy.
Poor child standing there awkwardly like, I want to, oh, no, I haven't got a word in it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait.
Remy, Remy has ceased actually singing any productive songs to become the soundtrack of the Cubs struggle.
Wilhelm pauses. Right as he gets pushed back and starts to get up to, and like, gets up to, charge the water again, he holds up a hand like, to the spirits, like in a give me a moment motion, and like looks over to Charlotte. Raya. So I was gonna ask you, did I pass the test?
I mean, yeah, you did good.
Cool. So good. So am I in?
There's a wry smile. I don't think I've ever seen someone so eager to join any pack as you are.
Well, I mean, as I've said, I am a team player 100%.
I mean, yeah. I don't see why not. You're gonna have to paddle out here and let me know if you have any horrible, dirty secrets I need to know, but she kind of shrugs.
Horrible, dirty secrets. I'll think about that and I'll get back to you. But cool, okay. There's like a dedication or something, right?
We'll have to introduce you to Harrier.
That honestly sounds really cool. Is that going to happen soonish or?
A little bit of a smirk.
Which one's gonna finally get in? It was James. Now there's only one left standing on the shore very awkwardly. That's okay, Ramy will play into this. If it's Here Comes the Hot Stepper, then he has to back up Here Comes the Hot Stepper. She showed initiative.
I mean, as James is waddling in, you can just hear her, like, as she's just sitting there with the shades on going, here comes a hop step, or burr, burr up, and he just looks back at her as he's glowing. Just, the most, like, hang on.
The most, why are you like this?
Oh, damn, son, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to play with my back facing you. I'm pretty sure I need eclipse shade just to look at you.
He just waddles in. Even the fish are like, ah! So they swim away, like, ugh, and swim away.
The prophecies of Super Mario 3 were true.
It feels like 80 fish like slide around her legs, like, bleh! She has that thing that people do when they're in the water and anything touches them and suddenly launches up onto the surfboard, like, bleh! Oh, God, fish. Yep,
You see,
fish.
you see Frankie look over at Haley and going, see, they've got the beacon, Haley. Not Haley. You've got the beacon, Haley. We got to move. Look at him. He's like clearing the way. Aiden would just turn, maybe if you fucking swam, twack. Oh! He like half collapses.
God. Teamwork is not this group's thing yet. Ooh.
Don't worry, Raya. As soon as I join in, they will all see how awesome it is to work as one cohesive unit. Now, excuse me for a moment, Raya. Very sorry, but the water spirits, they call to me. Look at them taunting me, swishing around, tauntingly. And once again, Wilhelm charges headlong at a wave, just of a ever increasing number of water spirits. At this point, there is no hope that a simple Homid form could, hope to compete against such a force. But there Wilhelm goes, runs headlong in, gets a little into the wave, and gets pushed back. Just whoosh.
I see this escalating to the point where he's still losing in Krynos. I can already see it happening. Half the freaking lake is going to come out in a wave. Then Lily's going to come asking why the entire lake is a giant wave.
Yeah, no. Lily will soon. If something happens, Lily will eventually appear in the water.
What have you done to my lake?
Yeah, there'll be periodic glances over to the Raven's house just to see if she's come out.
Nope, not yet. You're safe from the dragon.
Even I am not sure how much I like swimming with Lily yet.
At this point, Raimi is crouched beside the cub who didn't get in.
What, Evelyn or
You know,
Frankie?
he should probably be careful.
Look over with this. Like, did you look over with the shades on? Looking over. Why is that?
Well, this particular lake happens to be home to a ferocious sea dragon.
That's why I'm not getting in.
She doesn't appear often, but when she does, it is an event.
Again, gestures at her perfectly clean clothes and boots. I am not in. That's for Starboy over there. As he's like wandering around, like looking down.
Man, you know that happens, right?
What?
Oh, guys like him come into the world.
A theurge? I imagine it does, just like guys like you and girls like me and
It's
him.
a little
Points at
more specific in his case. You see, those of us with connections to spirits, well, it means one of our ancestors went to the source and got things done. And that means
Awesome.
somewhere in this world, somebody fucked the sun.
I mean, you can go tell him that. I'm sure he'll feel ways about it.
Why should he? He's the sun.
I don't know. Maybe you could tell, hey, how was your mom fucking the sun? I bet it was burning.
Hey, maybe it was his grandpa fucking the sun. You don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. You seem like the curious sort to ask that type of shit.
Maybe when he makes cleave. It's not fair
Mm.
doing that to you guys now.
But telling me that he's possibly the great-great-grandson of a really freaky deaky time with vodka and pointing at the water spirits.
The literal sun.
Sun things. So I think you're pretty okay with freaking us out. Just smirk.
And part rattlesnake.
I mean, yes, but it's also breeding social isolation because, I mean, if I was so inclined, I could just go, ooh, I don't want to go spend near a guy who fucks the sun. Who the fuck fucks the sun?
Somebody wants to fuck the sun. Somebody who wants vitamin D.
But true. But I could see how that could breed a little team from not talking to each other. Because, you know, we're brand new. And, well, to be perfectly honest, fucking the sun sounds incredibly painful.
I mean, he obviously survived, whoever they were.
So did you fuck a rattlesnake?
No, my great-grandfather did.
Oh. But have you tried it? You know,
I have not.
Up in the ranks, you know what I mean? Like put a rattlesnake in your dick and see what happens. I mean, you're a
You know,
get
I can
offended,
see the
right?
use of having a rattlesnake dick.
I mean, you're a get offended, right? I thought you guys liked the challenge.
If I wanted a real challenge, I'd probably try to fuck a bear.
Who the fuck wants to fuck a bear? Everyone wants to fuck a bear, dude. It's like the first thing everyone talks about. Oh, I'd fuck a bear. Fuck a rattlesnake right in your dick. That's poisonous.
Well, technically, it's venomous.
Poisonous, venomous, it's all the fucking same thing.
Au contraire, young lady. See, a poisonous thing is poison in and of itself, so if you bite it, you die. A venomous creature, however, they inject poison into others. That's the difference.
I feel like you're getting off topic, smirking.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I'm not the get offenders here. You know, it just holds up her hands. I mean, I'm just saying, I think it'd be pretty cool if I was a get offender, so that if I could, you know, survive a venomous rattlesnake on my dick.
He finally stops playing. It's crossed my mind.
I mean,
Mating with the spirit, however, is a very serious affair.
you could ask your get offenders theurge over there. I mean, look at it. She fucked like some sort of weird furry thing.
Oh, Sylvie there, if I were to use my Gaia-given eyes, is descended from Fimblewolves.
I mean, she had an orgy.
Oh, not particularly. Wolves are very, what the fuck is the word? Monogamous?
How do you know? Do you regularly spend times in a covetous relationship with a werewolf or a wolf?
I've been around wolves, yes.
Hmm. I just noticed the same for rattlesnakes. You could have a rattlesnake orgy.
I guess tempting.
I mean, it could be freaky. It could be deaky.
Could even be cold-blooded.
No, that's too lame.
Oh.
This slowly leaned over to Sylvie. Oh, this has turned into a prolonged conversation. She's trying to out Raggy the Raggy again. I bet you.
I'm interested to see how far this goes into territory before the dad jokes start coming out.
Eventually, Starboy will walk over it, and yeah, that is bright as he's walking over. His hair like even glows at a kind of Apollo glow.
Oh, dear God, my eyes, but good job.
That's why I have the shades.
I will cede your wisdom here.
I even got him the data came for me. Didn't I, buddy? James just nods slowly. Yes, you did, painstakingly.
Gonna be okay there, chum.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. It's just water, and I am the sun.
You are, in fact, the sun.
Mm-hmm. As I said, I've got that Starboy swag, holds up the gang signs as if he's heard it so many times.
Young lady, I think you've tormented this poor man. Look at him.
I don't torment him, do I, James? No. You just constantly harass me.
Bright as a beacon, but dead inside. The ultimate irony.
Shrugs. Suppose it is.
It's alright, it gets better.
Just a light nod. Suppose it does.
Put it this way, the farther you get up in the ranks, the more privileges and little extras you get.
Privileges.
Privileges.
Hmm.
At that moment. Oh, damn, that one actually hurt. And Wilhelm gets up. Yeah, privileges. Like, getting to fuck a rattlesnake. That's a privilege. I could hear you even with all my antics.
I know.
That's a very, very strange story. Anyway, what time is it? Tellurian side.
Probably close to 8 about now.
Oh, 8? Oh, shit. Okay, well, do one of you speak spirit?
No.
No?
Points at the Therge.
Couple of things goes and sits up beside Evelyn.
Oh, see, they've got Stockholms for each other.
What
So
did you say? Look over, like bristling a bit.
Oh, no, I'm not saying anybody's going to violate the litany.
So you need someone who speaks spirit.
Yeah, Sylvie, listen. I need to go. Even though I really want to stay, I gotta go. So, could you please tell these water spirits that one of these days I will be back for round 2? But they've won this round, and they should feel magnificent about themselves.
So Sylvia will tell the water spirits that Wilhelm has conceded. They have won this day. And he needs to go. So they should give him one last wave as a big send-off.
There you go. That's the water spirit's response as the wave comes in.
As the water spirits just come in, all Raimi can do is like, I'm a fire and my
Glorious.
laser.
And with that one last wave massing against Wilhelm, Wilhelm just looks at it
No.
and charges back. And as he is pushed away one last time and gets up laughing, waves goodbye to the water spirits, says his goodbyes to all the lovely people here. He must leave. And so, farewell. Thank you very much. See y'all later.
No.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, privilege. So, as you rise in rank, of course, your responsibilities are going to pile up, but it's not all bad. You'll have more ready access to food and other little things you want. Hell, you get high enough in rank, you'll even have people to command of your own. Though that is a responsibility in and of itself, it does help get you coffee.
There's nods. Cool. Does that mean that I get like spirits at my command to give me spirit coffee?
If you make the appropriate deal, I suppose, but their jigging isn't exactly my game.
Oh, cool. Sits up beside Evelyn.
I'm sure plenty of people have told you about all the downsides and dangers and responsibilities. I'm not taking that privilege away from your dead parents. I'm just saying there is a bright side.
No, I mean, kind of smirks. I mean, Umbra's nice. Spirits talk. Get to make cool deals and see cool things. I don't mind it.
It is indeed vast and full of wonder.
Pretty freaky. Evelyn nods the sage, nodding.
Just the other day, I was caught between two sentient waves that were about as tall as most buildings.
Evelyn, bullshit.
No, it happened.
Meanwhile, the Theurge leans forward, probably like the bright light comes in. Oh, and how did they interact with each other? Was it a struggle of passion or was it a struggle of competition?
Huh. Well, I was really busy trying not to die, but from what I can tell, they were most certainly locked in competition.
Interesting. Just nods to himself as if I will take notes on this later. Interesting. You know, fire spirits do the same thing. They all like dance around each other and then
Oh, you want to talk about a dance? We went into a genuine bona fide maelstrom. And you'd think those things would be violent, and you're right. I was hit by lightning. It sucked. But if you bothered to look into the actual whirlwind, you'd think there'd be violence. But it was just water spirits and air spirits dancing and having probably the best time of their existence.
I mean, they're doing what they're programmed to do, what they're born to do, what their purpose is. Why not have a dance with it? And Evelyn just rolls her eyes like, oh, Jesus, here we go. Everything has a place and everything has an order. Even you, Rattlesnake.
Only you guys that can figure it out, huh?
It's in your eyes. They have slits. But nobody can see them, only the ones that are touched by them.
See, if I don't go out and tell folks, like I said, only you crescent moons ever seem to figure me out. It's been a while since someone renewed the bloodline.
It'll happen one way or the other. Poison begets venom and venom begets poison. Depends on your instrument of choice.
Suppose it does.
Either way, the blood will flow. She looks off into the lake.
Rami just slowly leans towards that one. Get real used to that.
Oh yeah, no, I am. I've gotten really cryptic shit. I just sing fuck by some back to him and he gets really annoyed.
Well, as far as weapons of choice go, it's a pretty nice one.
Oh, it is.
All you need now is Christopher Walken.
Oh, we don't need Christopher Walken. We've got pointing over at Frankie, who's awkwardly shimmying in the water as if it's some foreign acid on top of him.
Out of curiosity, does James have anything in his hands, or is he just chilling?
Yeah, He does. He has 3 bright pearls in his hand. He's just and they look even more bright because it's like shiny. You know what I mean? With his body.
3 bright pearls, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Sylvie's gonna. Actually, she's gonna pop off the surfboard and, tell the water spirit she'll be right back, and she'll head on over to see James.
He's sitting there beside Evelyn, kind of humming to himself as he's just looking around, like flicking the things in his hands from side to side.
Where did you get those?
The lake.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Down at the bottom?
Yep.
Hmm. You just pulled them up out of the lake?
Yeah. Dive down. We're meant to find them. So it's part of the task. 3 bright pearls. One is red, flicks the pearl out. It's red shaped. The other is blue, and the other is green. Everyone's like, my man. In fact, I have 6. He just into his pocket, and now come the other 6, so he has them all in a line. I took the rest so the others wouldn't find them. She's like, there's like the sun brofist from the 2 of them.
Clever. Touch dishonorable, but clever.
It's not dishonorable to make sure your competition cannot find the thing they want. It's not dishonorable to make sure that they cannot see. If they're so focused on themselves, in fact, it's more their problem to not notice the sun streaking right by and taking the thing that they wanted.
That is why I say it is a touch dishonorable.
Evelyn's just like pointing over at Frankie and Evelyn, who are arguing. No, Frankie and Evelyn, Frankie and Aileen. Fuck. Frankie and Aileen, who are arguing. It's like, well, the whole thing's meant to be teamwork. And well, me and James did the teamwork, didn't we, buddy? He's like, yes, we did.
So you think you succeeded in your task because you worked together as a team? And your Din parents split you into teams.
Mm-hmm.
How many other ways could you have succeeded in this task?
God damn, you're gonna put me out of a job.
Evelyn thinks I could have hit James. I rank you with one of the rocks and just picked up his one. Just totally not smirking, like.
The classic smack rock.
It's a very effective strategy, I hear. Frankie does owe me like $10, so I probably would have strong-armed him to give me his one. And he does not want to know about the pictures he's been taking. Meg does the eyebrow like, but that's none of my business. Look over to James, who smirks.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
I'm quite sure the water spirits would have enjoyed getting it on your game.
Oh, well, you were too busy playing with them, Mariah. James will kind of give the awkward grimace. And your friend was making a tidal wave, and I don't know about you, but tidal waves are not fun to try and find. Bright red pearls and water spirits by nature are fun-loving and engrossing, so they would have spent more time with playing rather than actually helping with the task, rather than finding it ourselves. Sometimes a little self-ingenuity. Evelyn just nods like what he said. Yep.
Well, if you want my opinion, kid, you did fine. Showed initiative, went after the task, and you got it. Like your moxie.
Thank you.
Showed a wise assessment in dealing with the spirits, too.
Just nods.
Or choosing to not deal with them, as it were.
Not everything can be solved with a simple deal. Sometimes you have to do it on your own. Or in that case, have everyone pull distraction at Evelyn and then take the opportunity. And she's like, yep, that's me. Team distraction.
So what's next for you?
Who, me or him? Pointing at the two of them both look at each other.
Both of you. You're a team.
Do you want to be a pack with me, James? I don't know. Do you want to be a pack with me? I don't know. Well, we haven't really decided tribe. James shrugs. I don't know what tribes appeal to me yet. And everyone's like, I like the Shadow Lords. They're pretty cool.
You two are genuinely some of the luckiest cubs I've ever met, to be honest with you.
How's that?
Well, you're spoiled for choice. Don't get me wrong, I love being a Get of Fenris. Pride, strength, the glory, the rush of battle. Wouldn't trade it for the world. But did leave me with a dearth of knowledge about our companions.
I suppose it depends on what everybody's lucky on. Everyone's just rub her, like, obviously dyed hair. That's starting to lose some of the dye 'cause she hasn't recently dyed it, so you can see the slight blondish tips of the outer roots. The crown of her head.
Well, figure out what you want. Don't be afraid to go for it.
Everyone will just nod. James will just be like, it'll happen when it happens. I'm not going to rush it. It could be worse. Everyone will smirk. Yeah, it could be.
I think us old people have bothered the youth for long enough, huh? Starts to get up. Keep going the way you're going. I'm pretty sure you'll do all right.
Gives a thumbs up and everyone just nods like, okay, boss man.
Diddly doodly. And he walks off.
If you both look over your shoulder, they both start rapidly talking to each other. It's very much the grown-ups are gone. We can now speak freely.
Sylvia will smirk watching them.
I love messing with people, but there is a limit.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Pretty much. Never done something just to satisfy your curiosity?
No. I've done it. Probably more than my fair share of times. But,
Speaking of which, I got a project I gotta start working on. Mind you, it's not the most productive thing I've ever done, but I just cannot get the full grasp of these Black Furies on this here Get a Fenris Sept.
you sure that's a project you want to undertake?
When I know I can.
Well, you have a fair sight better of a chance than I do at that.
See, the key is one-on-ones. Now, look over there. What do you see? 3 Black Furies. What do I see? My ball's getting kicked 2.5 times. Cora will have to because we're friends, and she doesn't quite want to do it. But if I only approach them one-on-one, that's a single ball kick. Now, you may be thinking, but Raimi, you'll still get kicked in the nuts every single time. It'll be the same number. But you forget that the damage from successive ball kicks is compounding. So really, my overall physical trauma stayed at baseline instead.
I see. And what information are you going to get from these assaults to your personage?
Well, I want to figure out what makes Furies Furies.
Good luck, Raimi.
I don't need luck. Not when I'm this handsome.
No, you might need a cup though.
Nah, they'll just break the trap and they'll go right into me. Of course, I might just get kicked in the face instead if they use that handy trick.
I have a little project of my own.
Stay away from the big one.
Oh, I'm not talking about those three. And Sylvie
Big one's
will,
unhappy right now.
Sylvie will wade back out into the water and dive down to the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Raimi's going for a lurk, but he's not going to engage just yet. Just going to lurk.
What are you
Oh,
looking
wait.
For? What are you looking for? Yeah, Sylvie.
Oh, there-
Sylvie is looking to see if there are any other pearls along the bottom of the lake.
There's like a silvery one, like a proper actual, like this is a no shit pearl, not something with things painted on it, essentially. Kind of got the still a little bit of the shell.
If she'll pick it up and head back to the surface with it.
No. Yeah, you pop out like. Yeah, you look around, you see like various people. You know, these three are still fucking going at each other. It finally cast out the line, and now like Haley's like, it's gonna fucking not catch anything. And Jeremy's like, it is. It's not. It is. And Charles is like, it will catch something.
She'll smile and give a wave to Haley.
Haley does a little, oh hey, how you doing? Wave. You know what I mean? Does a flick of her fancy little hair. But you see like the Furies, and one of them is in the weird like Medusa form thing, and she's just climbing up to the tree tents. Look, it looks like she's looking for something. It's Thayer's doing Thayer's things. Cora's sitting there at the edge of the lake with like her boots off, and she's got her feet in the water. Artemi is in the water. She's obviously like washing parts of her arms or shoulders. It's obviously like the Arun is cooling down essentially. And for those who have not seen this lovely lady in the Umbra, hold on to your butts. This will be all of you. That is what Forgotten Earth looks like.
Raimi is so about this, but she's busy.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlotte's glancing around, looking at stuff. Oh, hey, people, and sees that and makes this wordless kind of choked noise and falls off the fucking surfboard.
I'm pretty sure Raimi's the only one who looks genuinely pleased.
Again, she's not really paying much attention. You see the snakes like twirl around. She looks like she's inspecting one of the trees. It's obviously like she's like, as Sylvie the Theurge, she's obviously probably communicating with it or of some form of plant spirit, something there that she's obviously talking to.
Like, a tree
Are
snake
the-
lady. Okay.
Are the snakes looking down at us?
Snakes are looking everywhere. Like one's looking around at you guys, the other's looking around at this, the other. They all kind of go in separate, different directions. Some just hang loosely along her shoulders.
Raimi finger waves to the snake that seems to be paying attention to him.
It kind of just gives that a little like study, stop. Study.
He can't help himself.
Like eventually there'd be a slow like head tilt. And then you just see like, Remy, the next time you go over, you just see the two pairs of eyes. Oh.
Raimi just nods, keeps walking.
I mean, she doesn't glare at you like balefully or anything like that. You can
No.
tell probably the snake whispered in your ear. It says, "Oh," kind of with the head tilt. The snakes even tilt with her head, like, "Yes, we're gonna slither this way."
No, he doesn't seem like afraid or anything, but she looked at him and acknowledged his presence, so she gets a respectful nod. She should be probably over his rank. He doesn't know.
Yeah, no, she just, once she kind of looks at Remy and kind of tilts her head and just kind of, you can actually tell the snakes whisper to her, and she just nods to herself like, "Huh." We'll turn back and, sit near against one of the plants. It's obviously just, stroking it, petting it. It's obviously like she's catering to it, essentially.
Okay. Remy will eventually settle next to Cora, his guitar beside him.
Cora, boo. Boom.
Hey,
Just
pal.
sit there. Yo.
They finally fished that slug out of your chest?
Shrugs. Somewhere in there.
Rattling around.
Probably.
It's okay. My fucking voice permanently trebles when I get above a certain octave.
I know you sound like Clint Eastwood on crack.
It's fucking great.
Oh yeah, no, I'm appreciative of like, hey Cora, I'm Batman.
Yeah. Means I don't quite have the vocal range anymore, but it's alright. It's better than dead.
No, yeah, no. Just Helga will be sad because you can't sing anymore. Sad forever.
I can sing. I just have to keep a lower timbre, stick to Johnny Cash and stuff like that. Yeah. It's the higher octaves where it fucks me.
No more Bohemian Rhapsody then.
No more Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's
I
a
spent
shame.
all that time learning the fucking guitar solos.
That's a shame.
It really is. Got a question for you, Cora.
So,
Just between us chickens.
I feel like this is going to result in either you getting kicked in the balls or me wishing I could kick you in the balls. Which is smart.
Nah, I don't care if you hit me. Why'd you join the Black Furies?
There's like an eyebrow raise and look over. If this is a Ragabash trap, Remy, I swear to God. No. I swear to God.
It's not trick.
I will tell Charlotte on you.
I am just sating my own selfish
No.
curiosity.
I'm just making sure they're aware. I will go to the file docs over there and be like, Remy's being mean to me.
I believe you.
No, I'll shout it out to the heavens. I won't even go to Artemi. No. I'll just go right to Charlotte. I'll point something over at her who's flopping around in the circle like, bleh.
I 120% believe you, but this is a mission of my own curiosity. You have to understand, I grew up with nothing but Get Fenris.
In the desert,
In the desert.
alone.
I was with the other Get Fenris.
Sound like that Toto song from Africa. Is that what you all guys used to sing? In the desert, alone?
Sometimes, if I felt it was worth a chop to the neck.
Not. Well, I joined because there was a guy that I grew up with, being a cub here, and he was a really good child of Gaia. But if my tribe was actually a bit better, they would have accepted him as one of them too, even though we have a thing against men. It's just the way it is. But I'd like to believe that we can learn to be cooperative as part of a tribe that is part of one nation and one being. Yes, there are horrible men, but there are horrible women too, as evidenced by the spirals and the damage they've done. And I feel like the only way to ever stop it is to actually be the example rather than just join another tribe and bitch about how horrible the tribe is. I feel like that's the coward's way out.
I respect that.
I respect the belief, I respect the traditions of my tribe, but I don't agree with locking another gender because of crimes that have been passed down. There are men who abuse women, there are women who abuse men. Abuse is abuse. It doesn't dignify gender. It just stands there as abuse right in your face like an ugly, dirty rag.
Okay, so just walk with me here. You gotta imagine the only tales I ever heard about your tribe were martial prowess, and I have seen it up close. I'm not fucking questioning that. But you were talking about a whole different set of focuses, however the word goes, that I don't know dick about.
Where we worship a lot of the old Greek traditions. There is a lot of ancient custom. We are very much in touch with gestures around the wild. It's our mistress, it is our mother, it is our teacher. It is both, all three aspects in one.
Pretty cool.
You could find a beautiful butterfly, and then straight down the next stream, you could find something that's waiting to kill you. It is all depending on what you do with it. We also believe in justice. The right justice, not the justice that means because of your gender. There is justice, which is helping people, or being the reapers of vengeance against those who cannot be helped and have been taken away from it.
So you're more defense focused.
There are others who are defensive, there are others who are aggressive. I'm leading a pack of mixed breed, and 2 good offenders are in that pack. I would rather be the person that leads the defense, so they can see me be a shield, rather than something that they can throw at and point an example of why we're failing.
Okay. Oh,
No,
I can
it's-
bombard you with 100 other questions, but you have gone above and beyond.
She shrugs. Like I said, I grew up with good offenders. I ain't got no fucking issue. You're all a bunch of big angry Vikings. I'm a big angry Greek lady. Shrugs.
I got to admit, there is a part of me that does absolutely adore stealing shit.
There's a part of me that adores being a big angry rune, but I suppose that's
Aw.
kind of weird.
That's not that weird.
Like I said, you Ragabash's got it lucky. At least you can go down the street.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I really can't.
Yeah, you can. Compared to me, you can skip, hop, hop, and jump.
Compared to you, sure, but I catch a lot more heat than most people on my moon.
Remy, I can't walk outside without making sure that someone that doesn't part like the Red Sea. The only thing I have is gestures around is the wild country.
Got me.
So why not celebrate it? That's what the Pegasus believes. Don't lament what's gone. Make what's right in front of you the right thing.
Say, noble goal, Cora.
Somebody's got to do it.
I suppose somebody does.
No. I've lost enough people.
Remy nods.
One of those people was a child of Gaia, and he is the main reason I joined the Black Furies. Not because he was a bad child of Gaia. Probably the best child of Gaia that I've met, aside from Cassie. But there was a lot of hate in him for one thing, and it inspired me to not try and hide from it like he did, even though he was a good man. And he died, never getting the chance to let that hate go. So I didn't want to be that.
I think I only ever met one child of Guy around here.
Dad, just smile very fondly.
Yeah, he's not too fond of me.
Junkyard's having a rough time. He's a good guy, though. Best and daddy.
I don't hold it against him. I volunteered to be the bearer of some pretty terrible news, and sometimes a little of that transfers to the person giving it. I
He
knew what I was
doesn't.
doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does not hate you. He just hates the fact that they caved his packmate's head in.
Absolutely. Like I said, I knew what I was getting into. I don't hold it against him.
But then he doesn't hate you, which is what you're saying. So you kind of are doing that. Just smirk.
There's a difference between hating somebody and not wanting to see the person whose face is associated with your dead friend.
I don't
He
think
needs
it's
time.
like that. I don't think it's like that. I think you're overthinking it, Ragabash.
I mean, it's kind of what I do.
Yes, but you have next to no knowledge about Junkyard other than you just handed off a dead person. So I would hold off on your assumptions there, Buckaroo.
My defensive Cora.
Smirk. Like I said, assumptions do a lot worse things. Prada's face.
Ah, my face is bony. You're taking away what little meat I got up there.
Then get bigger.
I'm trying.
Well, then work out more.
I do.
Come on, get a Fenris. Jeez, you
I
should be
work
encouraging
out
me to work
plenty.
out more. Come
I
on.
have an efficient metabolism. That's why I'm so skinny.
Uh-huh. It's just that you're too skinny. Don't make me get Ragnar and Bones. They'll jeer you.
Ragnar's as skinny as I am.
Yeah, he'll still jeer you because he's got slightly more body mass.
Bones is
You
like
guys-
me and Ragnar combined.
You guys are very sassy for a Viking tribe.
Are you kidding? Being a Viking is almost 50% about sass.
Well, then they'll just jeer you. So
It is
get swole. Jeez,
the
go on.
sassiest people in history.
Well, get swole then, Remy. Like, look at me. She, like, lifts up a bicep.
I'm working on it, Broomhilda.
Well, hurry up. Jeez. Looks off. Like,
Look, you can't rush perfection.
uh-huh, perfection. Just nods. Oh, yeah. No. I believe it. I mean, I'm just saying Helga likes muscles.
Remy gets a little red.
She likes the big muscular men, the bodybuilders.
I see where you're going with this.
Oh, no. I've talked to her. We've had the girl talk.
As you ladies often do.
Mm-hmm. In pairs. In like a whole conga line. You should ask Charlotte. She's dating the muscle man.
I don't think I've ever met Charlotte's to be.
Felix? Felix? He's pretty.
Yeah. I'm sure he is.
Nods sagely.
Speaking of that, hell's his name? I'm sorry, I didn't have time to learn the poor guy's name. No, he's connected to our Timmy over there.
Alexios? Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah.
Really good with
No,
really
how's he
good with-
doing?
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's
Good.
all better now, if you know what I'm saying. Eyebrow waggle.
Yeah, I bet.
No, he's
No,
lovely. Really
I
good.
haven't gotten a chance to see the people I pulled out.
He's lovely. Really good baker.
That's cool. Well,
Nice good guy.
yeah, just
He does
yeah,
do the
just
carpentry stuff though, so you might see him with do you know Cole? Shy guy.
know of
Marine
Cole.
Corps. He's a cool guy. He's healing up a bit more. His leg was broke, so the cast and all that
Okay.
shit. But you should check, go see the two of them. They like help build most of the public housing.
Yeah, I was just concerned. He was not in good shape before I cracked the first guy's breath.
I mean, none of them were, so
But I don't know. I don't know why it stuck with me. It just
torture's not a good thing to see.
no, it is not.
Nope.
There's another dude. I think he was Child of Gaiakin.
Oh, little Zach. No, he's Striderkin.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. He's alright. He's just a nervous little guy. Always was.
Okay.
That didn't help.
Like I said, after I sent him off with Helga, I didn't see him again. So
He usually hangs out by the forgotten ruin of color and happiness. Smile.
God, can you imagine my face being the first thing they saw?
Why'd you go over and ask? Says sitting there brooding. Like a broody get.
Like brooding.
No more brooding. Should push him in the water. Like
Oh,
strength
whoa,
force
whoa,
shove
whoa.
him.
Ah! Splash.
No more brooding. There is no brooding near me. No brooding.
You have broken my brooding.
That's it. Exactly. I am the non-brooding queen.
You know, when I brood long enough, I start drawing.
Yes, well, you cannot brood and you draw.
Maybe.
Well, then draw without brooding, Remy.
Do my best work when I'm brooding.
No, you don't. That's a lie. You're not one of those boys.
My best work.
You are the soft puppy guy who sings the romantic songs outside the girl's window and then sighs every time you get to write poetry.
Poetry's not really my shtick.
No, I can see it. You used to write poetry for the ladies, didn't you? You're that guy at the
No.
parties. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are.
More you know,
Yes,
Cora,
you are.
You know, I just trusted you with something. You're the only person on this entire sept who knows I can draw.
Good. Maybe you should show her.
Maybe.
Maybe you should draw Helga.
Who's to say I didn't?
Oh. If I was Maria Darcy, I'd faint.
She doesn't seem like the feigning type.
When it only comes to romance novels.
That's a good thing to know.
Shrugs. If you can get
What?
past the terrifying Fianna stare.
Oh, she's nice.
Oh, she's lovely. I mean, she's nice to me.
But seriously, that stare fucking kills me inside.
She's nice, though. I'm in the pack
Yes.
with her brother, so she's good to me.
Oh, she's great to me. But you have a point about the stare, but she's great.
You haven't... Well, you haven't met Damie Boo.
I've not.
You look around the Umbra. I think he's nearby, but I don't know.
Eh.
But yes, no brooding. Go on.
I gotta get
Go.
my guitar, Cora.
Now go and profess your love and joy.
Oh my word.
And
You know,
stand
last
up-
time I saw Helga, I was soaking wet.
No. Stands up with the stands up and extends her arms and tell her that you love her like the great Gatsby loves his women.
You know, that's a more fucked up statement than you think it is.
I know, that's why I said it.
Knew there was a reason we were friends. See you around, Cora.
Gives the wave. It's back down again. What are y'all, the rest of you doing? Creeping. Sure.
Go ahead or go.
I mean, Sylvie's been watching Raimi and Cora have this conversation, and he's not getting his balls kicked. But yeah, she's gonna go introduce herself to the other Theurge
Oh boy.
that she hasn't met before.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Let's get Snake Lady. Boom. Do you come over? So, moseying your way over. The snakes all turn at you at the same time. She has her head turned, but the snakes whip around.
And she just kind of puts her hands up like, easy. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
No, you're not. You, in fact, come with questions.
Is there something I can assist you with, Raya?
All young Theurges come with questions. Looks over her shoulder and yeah, she looks as eerie as the picture is. Just woo.
Oh boy. My name is Sylvie Iverson. Deeded Blood on Snow. Theurge. Of the Gate of Fenris. Born on 2 legs. Cleeth to the nation.
Clear to the nation. She nods to herself. Clear to the nation. I am Margaria Aetius, born on 2 legs, daughter of Pegasus, born under the crescent moon, known to the nation as Forgotten Earth.
Forgotten Earth. It's a pleasure to meet you, Raya.
When she smiles, it doesn't make that sound. It makes this hiss. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Oh
ooh,
boy, that's a little creepy. I noticed you've been over here for some time.
Of course, the wild holds many secrets. The trees, the plants, you must tend to them like freshly tuned wine. It must be always plied carefully, otherwise it will go out of control. And once it's out of control, the wild is a dangerous thing. They say that it does not need the weaver, but it needs it more in the mystic sense. Control for us implies sweet mother's influence.
I think I understand what you mean.
I imagine a wolf like you. She leans over the snakes all like flop very delicately along her shoulders. She reaches out the kind of tipped hands and touches your face, like lifting up. So you lock eyes with her slits.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
that is creepy.
Yes. The mark of the wolves holds in your blood, but not so strong that you snarl when you speak. Instead, you howl softly like a featherweight.
She'll give a smile and kind of show her elongated teeth. Not like a grimace or anything, just like a, yeah, that's not the only thing.
Hmm. And why are you so curious to hear from me?
Honestly, felt like you were watching me.
There is watching a new person who flops around the lake in a territory unfamiliar to her. This is not some winter forest. This is the gentle spring breeze. I know you linger with a dragon, and yet fly with a harrier. It is not in one's nature not to be curious why the wolf flies alongside something that preaches neutrality instead of control.
And you're curious why?
Because things change, the wild changes, everything changes. One cannot be curious. One is always curious about the threads that it weaves. Otherwise, what we are and who we are born under would not matter. We would just be merely drones operating under the same thread, the same tapestry each single time.
Well, I made a deal with the wave spirits. I've been helping Lily gather materials that will allow her and one of the spirits she's been working with to bolster the Sep's defenses in light of this spiritual threat that's being posed in the Umbra.
I have heard such things. It again prompts the curiosity to my understanding.
It's unnatural.
Of course, there is corruption everywhere. Corruption in all things.
It didn't feel corrupt. It just felt unnatural.
Of course. You must learn the ways of the wild. It is most unnatural and disturbing and beautiful and harmonizing. But when death decides to deny itself and filtered in between the waves, that is when it becomes something else entirely.
Like an amalgamation of death spirits and sun spirits.
In a way, yes. Now you are assuming that I know what you know, and you are looking for information, little wolf.
I'm actually curious how much you know already.
Of course you are. Like I said, there is a curiosity in those who ask the questions you ask. For you have grown up in a nest of vipers instead of the snow.
I would say you're not wrong. I've called it a viper's nest. It was also a falcon's nest, of all
Of,
things.
of course, I know where you come from. It is written all over your face. The mistrust. I wonder, and she'll lean in as the snakes even wrap around the side of your head like, whoa,
Oh boy.
whoa.
Yep.
And she'll whisper as like even the bifurcated tongue like slithers along your ear, like as it comes out like, I wonder, do you intend for peace? Or to relay a different falcon what the other falcon is doing? The flight of the harrier is treacherous. Yet I imagine the hawk flies far more differently, doesn't it?
That I could be used to do such that is not lost on me.
I know it is not. It is written all over your eyes. That same fear of deciding what you are. And she'll like eventually turns to the snakes, even just like slither along your nose and even like pass along part of your mouth, and even just they don't go in anywhere. They just slither up and down. It's almost like she's touching your forehead. And Charlotte, you see this like, oh, that is Jesus fucking. Whoa.
Charlotte has finally climbed back up on the surfboard and is just perched there, kind of at a straddle, feet on either side, like kind of kicking them around a little bit because it keeps the water spirits entertained. And I mean, they agreed to entertain them. I imagine she has been pushed around a couple times. Who knows what else? But yeah, she keeps like glancing over, like, oh, glances over again. Oh, glances
Yeah.
over this last time with the snakes all over her face. Is like, oh God, oh Jesus, that is so glad I'm not at the urge. It's the internal monologue, just like, oh God, oh.
Sopping wet Ramy so into these snacks.
And she'll like pull Sylvie in so they're barely audible at this point, even for the Ragabash watching, and she'll whisper, but then again, there's another snake right at your side. This one is hot. This one is not what you are. Curiosity and friendliness are his game, for he belongs to the others. I wonder, will you fly the harrier fly or pretend to together in harmony? And one day, eventually this one snake will actually turn fucking Sylvie's face. That's the eeriest sensation ever, because this is the longest snake out of the back of her hair. Just like, you turn and look this way. And looks right at Charlotte. To the writhing mass.
Oh,
I
boy.
wonder, will the cockroach even see you coming?
Sylvie, who has been doing her best impersonation of a statue at this point, just kind of clenches her fists. I wouldn't hurt her.
The snakes even laugh. That is an innocent statement from an innocent mind. Tell me again when you are older. What will you do to protect what you are, little viper wolf? And then we will see what you really believe. I will see if you are a harrier or a hawk, little wolf. You lean in, and then the game will really begin.
Oh, yes. Yes, it will.
Oh, now you change your tactic with me. Pulls in by the throat this time. Even the oil slick hand catches the throat. Like, oh, fuck, that woman is... Yet she moves like serpentine. You see, you change your tactic when you think you're losing. But what are you losing?
I know why I'm here. I just don't know whose purpose it serves.
You know. Deep down in your heart, you know who it is. I wonder what you figured out or think it is. After all. And finally, Remy, that thing, she turns and looks right at you, right into the souls of your eyes.
He's in the open. He can't do anything about it. Too entrancing.
As the snake's like right and turns, Sylvia, she just has this very analytical, hyper-intelligent, predatory stare. I wonder, will he figure it out before you do?
Sylvie bites her lip. Like, it's obvious.
You Fenrir are all the same. It is most amusing. So ready to fight, but not ready to face who you are until the time is right. It's beautiful in a way. So many tapestries, so many strings. She just pats your head and we'll start. Literally, like, it's like she takes steps, but the snakes just bop effortlessly along with her as she's walking into the trees. Just to, and you'll hear her, like, making these soft whispering sounds. Probably to another plant or something.
At that point, Remy will head over to Sylvie. How's that about?
She and I are probably not going to get along well. At least not for now.
Don't be so quick to kick off the cycle.
Oh, no. She's very perceptive.
That must have been upsetting.
I don't appreciate being toyed with, Remy.
Nobody does. Well, okay, I kind of do. Most people don't.
Why are
Look.
you really here?
Who, me?
Yes.
Great Call North.
That's it.
Adventure,
just-
glory, new sights.
And that was enough to uproot you from your comfortable home in the desert?
Buddy, the Spring Mountains are not comfortable. But, yeah, it was a cliff. It's not like anybody really needed me for anything.
Upset a fair few people when they found out I was leaving.
You know, well, life back home.
People I owe things to. People my family owe things to.
Well, Sylvie, you're here now.
Yeah.
Fresh start.
I wish it really were.
If you want my vaunted opinion, knowing that I am wise beyond my years, so I can feel the grip of my ancestors even now, reaching out to you.
And what do they say, Raimi?
Regardless of the world, we are who we choose to be. Everything else is just our way of reinforcing that. You could tell yourself that your duty entails certain things that you don't want to do, but at the end of the day, you decided that duty was that important that you had to do it. Everyone has a choice. Be who you want.
And that's what you want to be, Raimi? You want to be someone who serves the Oricsons?
Yeah. I like the Orkstons. They've been good to me and my people.
As the Chimisons have been good to me and mine.
I don't begrudge you that.
I don't fault you.
Oh, look at that. Friendship. How did we know that we were actually sailing on the SS Get Along?
I think it
Pinches
was
her
when you
cheek.
called me sharp cheddar.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And I didn't punch you in the face.
What did you say to that girl to get her to crack me one? She hits like Mike Tyson.
Honestly, I just told her that you were concerned about them, and she snapped that someone was talking about her and her sister.
Well, damn. Thanks for taking that whatever the fuck happened with Calliope for me.
It's honestly no problem. I
She just
arguably
hits
started
me.
it.
She doesn't do the other shit. Just hits me.
Rate me.
Then again, I'm the one who constantly pops out from around a tree with a pineapple.
You did what?
Wanted to see if she'd accept the pineapple.
Did she?
No.
Why on earth a pineapple?
That's what I had on hand.
You know what? I can't argue with that logic.
She didn't accept the mango either, or the apple. I'm gonna have to move on to entirely different categories of fruit.
Maybe she just doesn't like fruit.
Speaking of which, there she is. I don't have any fruit. And you know what? I'm not going over there. Two is already too many.
I mean, I could go over there with you if you really wanted to go.
We just both got our asses kicked. Trust me and Ragnar learned this the hard way. We
Really?
found some rubber tubing. We knew what was going to happen.
Rubber tubing. Oh.
All right, we found some rubber tubing, and we got like one of those pie tins, and we
Uh-huh.
filled it with just like mostly like whipped cream and other cream-based products. And we waited, and we set up in the trees, and we pulled it back, and got the angle just right. Dead in the face.
Okay, one.
Dead in
Other
the fucking
cream-based
face.
products.
Well, yeah, we wanted more consistency to soften the impact of the pie tin.
So,
So it was like kind of there's a lot of cream and pudding and other dairy products just kind of in one unholy gelatinous mass.
oh my god, Raimi, that is
So there was like 5 seconds, right, where she's just kind of putting together what happened. And we knew we were fucked when she wiped her face, revealing her eyes, which are mighty intense, as you know.
yep.
And she stared at both of us, and she just knew, probably because we were standing right next to the homemade catapult. Never before in my life have I seen someone, at least of her size, pick up someone my size and then hit Ragnar with them. She beat us like we were piñatas, and she was going for every fucking caramel in the center. Bodies got bounced off the trees like it was a game of pinball. That beating was by far the closest I have come to death in a social scenario since that one Christmas party. And it was 100 fucking % worth it. Oh my god, look at her face.
Raimi, you made the woman a sticky mess of cream and pudding.
And I paid for it dearly.
Come on. Let's head back to the water.
'Kay.
Oh, wait. Do you even swim?
I do now.
You do now.
Uh-huh.
Do you, like,
Look,
actually know how to, or is it just
yes,
instinct?
my dad took me to fucking lessons at the YMCA.
Huh. Okay.
He was like, "You need to learn how to swim, Raimi." And I said, "Dad, we live in fucking Nevada." And he said, "You're going to learn how to swim. It'll save your life one day." So I went to learn how to swim at the Y.
Well, today might be the day it saves your life.
Perhaps.
And there's just a nod from Sylvie as she strides back out into the water with all her confidence, like that entire conversation with Forgotten Earth didn't just happen.
Raimi's now up to his knees in the water with his guitar.
Charlotte is under the water. And totally not wigged. It's fine. Everything's fine. There's just a creepy water lady in here.
Oh dear God, who's doing the sword water dance?
I mean, you see the thing. She just, goes 10 parts in the Umbra, she just moves around, just looks at you, keeps moving. You can see the gills on her neck and everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
she's a little weirded out. I mean, she gives the thing a polite nod. She's not sure if that's a person or a spirit or what that
That's
is.
definitely a spirit. That's definitely a spirit.
Okay, polite knot it is. We are polite to spirits
oh,
because
oh.
spirits are weird.
Oh. Raimi
Ooh.
doesn't go deeper than like mid thigh to protect the guitar, but he tries to run parallel with her, still playing the guitar.
But she just swims along, tending her things, very meticulous, very, dedicated. And eventually, well, Remio's here first. He looks under the water for a brief seconds, and that's when he sees the draconic shape swimming around like a fucking writhing mass.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
And as Raimi like kind of tries to screech to a halt, dun, 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 dun.
I mean, she can't hear you from under the water, but it fits perfectly. But she just swims very naturally. Charlotte will see it. She just swims in tandem with this thing, like keeping up, tending to the various little small salmon spirits, small little various bits of fish, bits of sea, everything that is epitomized by the lake habitat. They just seem to just blend and like, yes, we tend here, we tend there, we tend here, we tend there. It's almost like
Oh.
it's like they're almost swimming as like one being almost.
I mean, that's weird, but not bad. Okay. Charlotte will, for the moment, not wig out. In fact, we'll probably give Lily away when she spots her.
Yeah, the draconic shape of Lee like reverts around doing this weird, like her body bends in the weird like.
Raimi is caught between the danger that is Lily and this bizarre interest in Sword Water Woman.
And then Lee just rises slowly out of the lake like dun.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could dig it.
The eyes are like slit like a dragon. Her mouth is all that has that kind of draconic shape to it. The amphibian design as well.
Perfect timing for Raimi.
Why are you ruining her guitar on the water?
No. It's above the water. I'm good.
Mm.
Fucking on my jeans, though, but that's worth it. Raya.
Charlotte, I need a word. She passes by, like walking by. Again, by walking, she just like floats along. And Remy, you see it under the braided hair. Those are gills.
And that's my cue.
Yeah, she was just like, yeah, no problem. Pulls
Okay.
herself up onto the beach.
Tip Sylvie's head out of the way, like boop.
Yeah, no, Sylvie will go swim off by Raimi.
Sits up beside her. Woes Maw have advanced.
Where?
They were seen meeting with various members of the Eastern Bloc.
Really?
Not.
So much for my plan.
It looks like they were attempting to, well, whoever these Eastern people are were attempting to trade.
Is this the people from the East that we're dealing with, or is this someone else?
No, these are the Shadow Lords.
What did they get?
We don't know.
Do we know if they even succeeded in trading?
They have.
Great.
I'm only telling you this because we have an agreement. And my person who was up north said that I must make sure that the people I trust know this.
Doesn't that breach our alliance?
No,
Supporting people who are attacking us.
trade is trade. Are we really going to break an alliance over something?
I'm
Do we
not
know-
suggesting
Do
we do.
we know what they have?
I'm
No.
not suggesting we do, but offering trade to enemies of your allies.
They approached them, from what I can gather, was more accepted under Maria's incline.
That's still supporting the enemies of people you're supposed to be supporting yourself.
And we have not done so similar before. It is dirty politics. It means that my mother thinks that this sept is going to lose. However, I do not know what she has gotten.
There's a moment, thoughtful moment. And she kind of licks, her teeth under her lip. Did you get any description of what it was conveyed in? Crate? A bag?
A crate.
Is it large enough to hold a person?
Oh, he did not say. He could not tell. He was not present for the exchange. Only that it was something of great value that would appease the great Queen of the North, to make sure that they did not attack.
That they didn't aid their allies.
Essentially, yes. I suspect when this wedding happens, Maria will have a discussion with our alpha saying that with the current conflict with the Wendigo, she cannot afford the troops. Which is a sensible answer. They must secure borders and secure lands. All in all, the perfect political way to deny aid.
It's not perfect if we know what they're doing.
It is not, but we need proof of what they have before we throw that in her face. And then if we do, are we ready to retake the rebuttal? The first thing we need to do is make sure the Shadow Lords are put into line.
We do.
And you need your king for the North before you dethrone the Queen.
Which means that unless we want this teetering when we go up there, we need to go up before the wedding.
What are we going up for?
Last I checked, I needed to bring something back.
Be careful of snooping in Wolf's Maw, Charlotte. This is not here. And if they catch you, I won't be able to save you.
Oh, I know. But it means timeline-wise. When she comes down for the wedding, if she does do that, we'll already be on the verge of it falling apart. And they'll be more on edge. Which means I need to do it before then. While there's still some belief that we have trust in them.
Of course. And what are you doing then?
Just rubs their face. What we talked about earlier. Going up, finding what I can find. Bringing back what I meant to.
I have people to see beyond Wolfsmall.
You're going to the Wendigo.
As far as they'll know, I'm passing through. It gives me plenty of room to deviate.
And you're going to leave your Fianna to do his challenge, I take it. Alone?
It was like a glance and a squint. No.
Then you need to decide which you're choosing, Charlotte, and stop dancing. Either you're going to see the Wendigo or you're helping your Fianna. I know where he's going. Some of your party will be able to go with him. Some of your party will be able to go with you. Or you're doing it all as a pack. And is your pack stable enough to handle that sort of thing? For the last I remember, there is just him and Melanthe.
Not stable enough to split.
Can you account for the Iversons' loyalty?
So I quickly double check my shit. She, again, is just the light face rub. Not part of what I'm doing up there.
I'm not talking about Wolf's mom, I'm talking about her over there.
I know that she doesn't have any prerogative, as far as I can tell, to take their set over ours, if nothing else, where she came from.
Where she came from does not mean nothing. She's of Clan Iverson, which are loyal to my family for generations. Longer than either of us were born, longer than our fathers and our grandfathers were born. The question is, Charlotte, when you go up there, which will she support? The Iversons that stand with you, or the Iversons that stand with Wolfsmaw? Can you really answer me that?
No.
You'll lean in. She'll lean in. Then that's what you secure first before you even think of step nearing my mother's territory. You go up there with disloyal or untested folk, you'd be dead in the snow.
How else can I possibly test them? Running out of time.
You have time. You keep delaying your wedding. Smirker, shaking her head. You have not announced various formal things. In fact, as the world of the Trimmonson family thinks, you are as silent as the grave. Set yourself a date. Work towards it. Put Maria on the timer. And figure it out. Instead of constantly trying to second guess yourself, take charge. And stop hiding.
She looks... There's a little bit of a bristle.
Don't get angry at me because I'm pointing out the facts, Charlotte. Lee just coldly stare at her.
I'm not hiding.
You're hiding.
Just trying to make sure everything's done in the right order.
You're hiding.
Yeah, there's just that good long moment of I don't like it stare. She's not angry at Lily. She's just angry to hear it. She's heard it used as an accusation against, well, people. I'll get it done.
Nods. I can You could easily go up north as well to serve the investigation with what you found. There are different ways to enter and skin this cat. Your fostering challenge, friend's fostering challenge will be one way to make sure you get the crown you need and to get the tail you need. There are different ways. But set the wedding date and plenty of time to do those things. You should, like, stand up. Otherwise, it's Maria's rules, not yours.
It's a nod. A begrudging one, but a nod.
My friend said he smelled children of Gaia in Wolves Maw. If that is the clue you wish to seek.
God damn it.
A perfect way to know a sept without harming a guru or harming a kinfolk. Take one into custody and give it protection. They will not do the girl harm, but they will ask lots of questions.
Also means they have a prisoner going in. It means that if they do try anything, they have someone to hold against us.
Naturally. She starts walking past.
Just
It's my mother.
God damn it.
Like I said, that is why you do not offer yourself up to be captured next time. She, starts walking backwards. Otherwise, you could be kneeling at my mother's feet.
And yeah, there's a glance after, and it's again a begrudging look because she hasn't confessed to that and didn't get the chance to do it, but Lily has seen too much of her to know that she wouldn't, or know that she would.
Yep. Oh, Lily knows you very well, young lady. She's after all in the same head as Leaf.
Yep. It's one of those things where it's the glance of like, I want to tell you you're wrong, but you know I was lying. Great. Yeah, she finally starts walking back around to where she dropped her clothes.
Remy coming at you like,
God damn it. I'm not gonna lie, she glances over, double takes, and just stares. Like, hurt and confused.
Sylvie is watching this with both great confusion and also amusement.
"Why the sour face, Raya?"
Oh, we're going to hell. That's all. Pulls her pants on, like,
Oh, is that it?
oh yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing.
I mean, could be worse. So, where's hell this time?
Depends.
Gonna give me like a cryptic answer, like it's deep in the hearts of men.
I mean, that would be a pretty good answer. I wouldn't even be mad. No. So, she like glances over, quirking her brow as she's like pulling the shirt on. Again, just like covering up over the bathing suit because she's been out of the water for a second now, probably dried off for the most part. Still damp in the hair. So, our new friend Wilhelm has expressed his interest very thoroughly and enthusiastically. But what's your plan?
Ah, you think I have a plan?
I imagine you eventually want to have a pack, so you don't die alone.
Not dying alone would be pretty cool.
I thought.
This is an invitation.
It's a query of interest.
Have you grown accustomed to my oh, fuck. Can't hit the higher octaves anymore. God damn it.
There's a moment where she like the eyebrows kind of pop like what the fuck? Oh,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
bad plan.
Terrible plan.
So
Okay. I'm down.
are you?
Like a clown, Charlie Brown. The Christmas special.
There's a faint head tilt. Why this pack?
Why your pack, you mean?
Yes, that's the one I mean.
The pack that you run as Alpha.
That would be the pack.
Under Harrier. Which is in a brood.
Falcon.
Which is typically the patron of the
So thanks.
because you at least think twice before you leave civilians to die.
There's a blink, because that got really intense really fast. It's just kind of like the oh.
And you seem like a swell bunch of folks.
All right. That was telling for about 3.5 seconds. So that's strongly about it, huh?
I have my opinions.
So what you're telling me. He leans in a little bit. You give a shit.
Strongly held get the Fenris opinions.
Are they get Fenris opinions or are they Raimi opinions?
Well, given the Raimis a get a Fenris, they're one and the same.
I found there's an interesting amount of room to dance.
There's always an interesting amount of room to dance.
What do you think about Sylvie and Wilhelm?
Man, I don't know what happened to Wilhelm as a kid, but somebody drilled some into his head. I'm interested.
Yeah. He seems to have that I'm used to having 8 siblings and 20 cousins vibe. Seem to like being alone.
It's in our nature.
You hear big families are nice.
They're a whole lot of fun.
She'll like glance over, walk over to where she's, ankle deep in the water again, just right at the edge. Kind of crook a finger to Sylvie.
Yeah, and Sylvie will come up to join him. You need something, Rhea?
I do.
How can I help?
I'm curious. Both of you have had perfect amounts of opportunity to speak to members of other packs. What is your plan? What do you intend? I know you were brought here with a certain amount of oomph behind you, but you have your own mind.
I do. And I've been giving a fair amount of thought to it. I would
Have you-
happily join your pack, Charlotte.
What?
You follow Harrier, one
I
of
do.
Falcon's brood.
Without the slightest hesitation.
And you know my being in your pack could be an attempt from those in the court of Wisconsin to spy on you.
I do.
Whether I know it or not.
I find it's very hard to trick a Theurge. Especially one that's given ample opportunity and friction to grow against. Any naivety you might have now, I don't think it'll last. And who better to know what to look for than someone who grew up in it?
Falcon's eyes are always watching, Charlotte.
It's a good thing we're under Harrier's wings then, isn't it?
Indeed. But, no, I would happily join your pack. You...
Why?
And I will roll through the guy because I'm curious. Let's see what happens. I have to scroll all the way up here, find my sheet, then scroll all the way down my sheet. I will handle that while you do your answer.
Alright. Honestly, I think that's what my uncle intended. You're marrying a Trembuson. I'm an Iverson. Telling me that I'm being sent here to represent our family's interests and that there are Trembusons for me to learn from on Sept. Your wedding is not much of a secret in the Trembuson family, I would imagine.
No, I imagine not.
And given my uncle has the connections he does, Wolf's Maw,
Then Wolfsmaw. Ah,
signaled,
signaled. Yes.
truth be told, I think my being here is partly to repay you specifically for the aid you've given.
Really?
And partly as a gesture of alliance. And partly for my own benefit. And his too. I'm just not seeing what he gets out of it. Aside from having more eyes here, more family representation here, someone who would look after you like family, knowing you're about to be one.
Well, I assume you heard about what happened the last time we were out in Wisconsin.
I wouldn't say I know all the details, but I have a broad strokes picture.
It's better than having none at all. Things might not have gone precisely as he was sent to make them go. But if my pack hadn't been present, both he and I would have been assassinated.
Really?
Hmm.
Now that is something I did not know.
I was part of the negotiations between Wisconsin and Wolfsmaw. I was the representative
from Hearthfire. And while we negotiated, which, well, no one was happy, and that makes it a good compromise. My packmates are looking into other things needed to be done. They were able to stop several people trying to slither into the Sept. They meant to come and assassinate the both of us at the negotiating table. So that your people, well, your Sept, could be accused of killing representatives, painted as enemies. So that attentions from either Sept would turn to Wolfsmaw.
Do you know where they came from?
I got the impression that there's a pack of spirals, maybe multiple. And they sent people, creating a distraction. Would have made the court of Wisconsin weaker to send their finest to the field to fight Wolfsmaw, and left it more vulnerable, considering how rich a place it is in the Umbra. I imagine it's very tempting pickings for a spiral pack. Much less a properly organized set of units of spirals.
And generally well defended.
Generally, yes. But if
That-
they'd sent all of their troops, not so much. And I can hope that he wanted you with me.
I can always
that.
write him. Tell him I've joined your pack, see what he is willing to say.
I'd be
And-
interested in seeing what he says, especially if it's to you.
What he doesn't say.
Guess so. I know that my marriage is going to create ripples. It's not why I'm doing it. But I know the stance that it makes. I know the
What?
stance that my totem makes.
Charlotte.
Hmm?
You realize, in spite of my good intentions, I can be used against you. Or people can try.
And how is that?
Well, aside from them trying to turn me against you, which, I'll be honest, as a member of your pack would be difficult. I wouldn't make an oath to follow you as my alpha just to break it.
Not many people like the idea of being framed as an oathbreaker.
But if people in the Treminsons really don't want this to happen, or any other family that wants to try and interfere, they could take me and try to make you choose between us.
I hope you'd at least put up a fight.
Oh, I wouldn't let anyone take me against my will without fucking them up first.
It's a bit of a smile.
Even if it is fucking them up on the way down.
Could
If you
never let it
still-
happen.
If you still want me in your pack, knowing all this, then yes. Beyond what I've already said, I find you to be a woman of strong character.
Glances between them. Both know what I get into. And you both see
Dangerous,
how bad this could
stupid
be.
shit. I'm in.
Not stupid, just dangerous, but absolutely necessary.
I don't know. When I touched that door, that was really dumb.
But it was necessary, wasn't it? She actually looks at him earnestly.
Absolutely.
Could either of us have walked away, knowing that there might still be kin inside,
Fuck
without
no.
trying?
Was gonna do it regardless of what you said.
Well, there you go. And if you hadn't, I would have. Smiles.
How about we just let me do that from now on?
As long as you have the ability to get out of the trouble you get into as much of the trouble as you need to. I'm just tired
I'm
of
your
losing
fool.
people.
He grins.
Good. She looks over to Sylvie. Naturally, you'd have to meet Harrier's demands, and I warn you both that Harrier is insightful, and he won't hesitate to raise up doubts, to make sure that you know what people might think, to make sure that you know where your weaknesses lie, so that you can fix them for the betterment of all of us. He's done it to all of us.
Then I welcome his test.
So be it.
think I know what my weaknesses are.
I hope so.
That may in fact be a weakness of mine. That I assume I know.
Could be. I suppose we'll find out.
Is that all right?
She kind of glances over, quirks a brow. Is the lack of a running background music starting to make your fingers itch?
Killing me inside.
You may play.
He brings out the guitar and just dun, 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 dun. Now let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. And he just
It's
keeps on
less of a song and more of a chant, but I can dig it.
with like the same 3 chords too.
I need to go talk to my fiance. And I need to set a date.
Is it like
And we need to do some really dumb things.
is it a really serious talk though?
I'll see if he'll come out to meet the other two of you. But first, I do need to talk to him. Seriously.
Take all
Okay.
the time you need. I think I know how to keep Raimi entertained, and all I need to do it is a bottle of tequila, some slices of lime, and a shaker full of salt.
Don't lose again. She like
Gotta
glances
get
over at Raimi.
We're gonna get drunk. We're gonna get drunk. He's just so happy.
I'll see the both of you later.
See you, Alpha.
Just give it a little wave of the hand and, get up her things and go ahead to saunter off in the direction of the appropriate cabin.
Hear that, Sylvie? We're gonna be peacemakers.
Yeah! Who'd have thunk it?
No idea.
So, an Iverson and an Olsen join the same pack.
Then they walk into a bar. We're heading for one hell of a joke.
Oh, I'm sure we could turn a few heads if we walked into the bar together as friends.
All right, so we're gonna walk into the bar together, and then we get drunk, and then we.
You know what? At this point, Sylvia just loop an arm through Raimi's and join in the chanting.
Oh, goodness. And I think there we will call it a scene as an Iverson and an Olsen walk into a bar.